Ah, there we go. Excellent. Right. That's looking fabulous. So, hello to those of you who are in the chat here. It is a little bit early, but I'm just going to get things set up. Now, I'm going to be playing the game with a few soundtracks from like Hearthstone and some other, actually some other Matrix game published games. But I'm just going to have the actual music muted here. The reason being it runs out, which is unfortunate. I know there. How you doing there, Apollo? Hello there, Fenord. Good to have you, my man. Jackless, good to have you as always, my friend. How you guys doing, man? Always good to be back. Always good to be here. Now, apparently I've been given free reign today. Which works for me. Oh dear. But yeah, this isn't the, well, I might as well make that clear just when the game begins, actually. It's a shame as well, because the soundtrack is awesome, it's just kind of short. And it does run out in the actual battles, which is a shame. How you doing there, Van Bishop? Good to have you, my dude. I might turn the music down just a tad bit, actually. Yeah, let's turn it down just a tad. Whoops, change tracks. There we go. Yeah, I need to try out the full release of Close Combat, actually. I need to try that. Hello there, Dickagee. Good to have you, my friend. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So, here we are once again with Armoured Brigade. I am XTRG, and you are you, and we are very happy to have you here. Now, I've been given free reign here, and one thing I do want to point out here, first and foremost, is the fact that I'm using soundtracks from the Hearts of Iron series. The soundtrack for Armoured Brigade is fantastic. It's just the fact that it runs out in the battle, which is unfortunate. So I've got some music here in the background. Do let me know if you guys like it or not. I can always like churn it off and all that sort of nonsense. So who we got on the stream then? We got Dickagee, welcome, Grey Knight Lanza. How you doing there? Stephanus Magnus, I like that name. Vromgar, welcome my friend, and Fluffy Bunny. But indeed, I do have free reign here. So what I'm thinking is, it's been a while since we actually did any of the missions. I think we might go for the actual missions here. I'm very much looking forward to seeing the French and Belgian forces being released in the future, actually. But we do have the Yugoslavian, and we do have the Italian forces here as well. So I'd like to try out some of these actual scenarios here, actually. Music, is music okay? Do people mind? Is it a little bit too loud, or is it like just about right? Do let me know, guys. I'll try to adjust as I can. How you doing there, Mike? Music's about right, okay. Down just a little bit. Yeah, let's turn it down just a tad. Just a tad. It feels a little bit loud on my end as well, so I'm just going to turn it down just so slightly. If I can remember how you do that. Why does Windows have updates? Okay. Of course. Bugger, I've turned it off there. Okay. Right, I've accidentally turned it off there, so I'm going to have to go back here. Yeah, it wouldn't be one of my streams if I didn't bugger something up. Well, we'll go with that, then. I can always turn it on in the future here. But, I suppose you just have to listen to the timbre of my voice and take, I don't know, dance on the beat or something like that. But okay, so we're going to go in here, we're going to go ahead and start. I mean, there are campaigns, but I'm going to take a look at the missions here. Now, this one sounds interesting. West Germans versus the Polish in a meeting engagement. This is June 1985. The hostile Polish units are about to cross the German River. The bridges have been sabotaged, but the southern portion of the river is now fordable. Use your scout helicopters to locate the enemy and disrupt his advance with artillery mines. You have more time to move your units to reach objectives before the enemy. What do you guys fancy then? Are we going to go with something like Are we going to go Allied? Are we going to go NATO? I should say NATO. Are we going to go NATO or are we going to go Warsaw Pact, actually? Well, predominantly Soviet, but there are some, I mean, the Polish here as well. What do you guys fancy? We do have some very interesting ones. You feeling packed there, Romka? Yeah, can't blame you. So we have an Armoured Cavalry Squadron versus a Tank Regiment. We've got a few votes here for NATO. Okay, how about I appease only 2 of you? Or even less. And we'll try out, let's see. We do have, I think I remember this one. The Soviet attack came at a wide front on April 24th, 1974. The Soviet 21st Motor Rifle Division attacked the Netherlands Corps, I can't say that, in the Lüneburg district, sector, headed for a key road junction. We've got a lot of NATOs here, actually. Okay, we'll go with NATO. We'll go with NATO. And so we're going to go with the Armoured Cavalry Squadron versus the Tank Regiment. How you doing, Van depends if you're only looking at the surface level, doesn't it, really? Okay, so what I'm going to do here then is give the USSR some additional bonuses here. Show hidden in the AR is always a good one. We do have victory levels, that's a nice one. Always play enemy sounds, and I could play with a player character, but one of those, yeah, we'll see. Right, we don't have a length of rounds, so I'm going to turn that off there. Okay. Yeah, he's definitely Ray of Sunshine. To be honest, he reminds me of Tiger Mom. And I'm always going to think of him like that. Okay. So, we are playing a motorized cavalry regiment. Oh, well, a motor cav, I think it was. I didn't quite read it exactly. But we are facing off against the Soviets. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, I remember this one. Yeah, this was... Oh, this is fantastic. Yeah, this was one of the actual first scenarios I ever played, so this is awesome. Okay. Well, that's great. I'm really glad about that. So this is a scenario where we really have to try and use our technological advantages here against the enemy. So what do we have here? We have the M1A1s. What year did this say the scenario was set? Was it the 1970s or the 1980s? I think the M1A1 is about the 1980s. So I wonder if it has... Right, it's got this 120mm gun, so it's not the 105 gun. Awesome. Okay, right, I'm going to get rid of that. And there we go. Right then. Now, if I remember correctly, this was definitely not the easiest scenario. When we did last play this, we did have some issues with the fact that I did actually wrongly deploy some units over here, man. Just wait, Vanderhauser, just wait. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, then, I'm going to have to remember the shortcuts, aren't I? Okay. Actually, I think I'm allowed to deploy, aren't I? I'm trying to remember this now. Let me see, I just need a quick look at the actual... Right, okay. 2 seconds here, guys. I know this is terrible, but I am just like this all the time. Advance, right, okay. Is that what I need there? We do have infiltrate over here, then we have the ISO map, that's always good. Just familiarizing myself once again with the hotkeys. So we're going to go and try then... let's see, can I use A? I don't think I can actually give them orders here originally, can I? Am I able to give them orders from the get-go? I don't know if I'm able to do that. Place units and build obstacles. Right, okay, so I can do that. I just need to figure out how you actually do it again. Sorry about this, guys. It'll not take me too long to figure it out. Ah, right. Place units, space. Right, there we go. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. But you know what? I don't know if I can actually redeploy them here. Hey, doing Vertesius. Good to have you, my friend. It worked for Zabranigan. That is great. Okay. I don't know if I'm actually able to deploy this mission. I can't remember how it works with the deployments again. These are locked, yes. I don't think we're actually able to relocate them here at this moment in time. Okay, that's fair enough then. So it looks like it has differed since the last time we played the scenario then. And the last time we played this, we were able to actually move them, which is awesome. Right, you're trying to tease me with that Neuhauser, but you're really marking up the wrong tree there. Okay, right, we do have our target's reference points then, which is quite good then. So what we're going to do then is really take a look at the terrain here. So what I'm going to do here is go to the ISO mode, and we'll take a look at this then. So we are taking a look at the isometric view of the battlefield. The good news is we actually are able to take a look at how the terrain's going to look, and really try and figure out where we need to be focusing our defences against. Now, it's a shame that I can't, see the 3D map in the normal view. Excuse me. Though I am thinking, I mean, if we take a look at this then. So, let's get a better angle. Right. So, in the approaches to our lines, then we can see that there are a number of choke points over here. Well, at least natural axes of advance, I think you could say. So we do see the center line down here. We do see that there is potentially a path over here as well, path over this way as well. Of course, the Soviet forces could make their way through the trees over here if they so wish to do so. So I think what we need to do here then, I suppose the thing is as well, our forces are already deployed in place, so they're actually not in bad places. You can see this does make a lot of sense. We do have M1A1s over here, here, and here. So they're covering all the actual approaches. We are a little bit underrepresented on this flank over here. But to how bad that is, I don't think it's too terribly bad. We are able to cover this flank over here as well. We do have some scout teams over here to give us the awareness. But it might be worthwhile taking a look at what we could do to maybe shore this up over here. Now, I do have some M3A1s over here, the actual CFVs. They are carrying some... these guys actually... I don't think they're carrying infantry, are they? They don't have scouts in them. So it's the vehicle itself. But they're in a pretty decent position there. If we take a look at the height, we can see that we are occupying this. This view's definitely got a lot better since the last time I played. I really like that. These maps have got significantly better. Really liking that. Yeah, we can see that we do command the heights here. Yeah, you can see why this position was chosen due to the fact that it does have the elevation, the elevated terrain over here. This position is actually quite good there, but I don't know how long it would last before it was overrun. So what I'm going to do here then is we'll go back to the map. Now what I want to take a look at is really the line of sight. Let's just double check our positions here. So if we take a look over there then you can see that we do have decent line of sight to our... I mean that is pretty considerable. It doesn't look that far, but when you take into consideration that this is like 3 kilometers, that's pretty damn impressive. Yes, so we do have line of sight over this way. These forces over here, they do have line of sight to the base of the actual hill over here. Though, if I take a look, we can obviously issue orders here preemptively. So if we take a look, we do have a warehouse over here. Now we can see that the height is 140 plus 12 meters there then, I believe. Well, not meters, is it feet? I'm not entirely sure, but it's definitely not 140 meters tall. I think that one goes without saying. Unless it's a really big warehouse. Unless it's like Adeptus Titanicus in there. That position's not too bad. We can get them moving. It might be worthwhile to have one of them redeploy elsewhere. So I think what I'm going to do then is actually have you... let's see. I'm going to have you load back... Okay, so I can get that done, which is quite nice. What I'm going to do then, we could potentially push the positions up over here, but if we take a look at this then... So we'll go back to the line site. We do have our manpad teams over here. Right, so the M1s do have line sight to this area over here. Now, they're not really in a position of advantage per se. Now, if they were in here, they do have some pretty good line of sight. They're able to observe over here, they're able to observe a fair decent amount. So what it might be worth doing then is we leave one team in position over here. Though which position is better? Is it better to be in the actual... Let's see, actually it does depend where I click here. So if I click about... we'll say maybe about there. Okay, so as you'd imagine, if we go to about there, but we lose sight of the north there as well, don't we? If I go about that position, I think that looks to be... Actually, that's significantly nicer. It's not really showing me much more in the way of useful information, but that's not bad. I think we might go for the one covering the more northern route, but if we compare this to... Yeah. Back over there. We do have a better line of sight over here to the north. We do have forces down here then, so it's not completely barren. So what I'm going to do then is... In fact, let's see. Unload... Right, you unloaded right into the building there, which ain't bad. What I'd like to do then is have you move fast into there. I'd like you to take position up there. Now what I'm going to do is actually have you... Let's see, I can't reattach you unfortunately. Let's see, orders... can I give you orders directly to the vehicle? Right, load. Right, the vehicle's loaded. Now, these are fantastic. They do have the ATGMs, which is very nice. They do have the 25mm chain gun. So they're no slouch when it comes to actual combat against lightly armoured, or at least... I suppose this is it. They can take on most stuff, barring MBTs, and just... Well, this is it. Tanks, really, isn't it? Or something with significant armour. There's a part of me that does wonder about maybe moving up forward, and we do have these guys over here, these scout sections. I just don't know how long they could potentially last, but then again, it is a position when it's not really tenable, is it? I can't really reinforce it, nor do I really wish to. We are playing defense here. So objectives are Town 3, we do have 2-1, our staging area over here, observation point, and the town to the north there. Now, this one's going to be difficult to hold on to due to the fact that we do have 4 M1A1s, but it might be worthwhile trying to look towards a position here to reinforce this. Now, we do have some CFVs down here. It is hard to argue with these positions to a degree, to be honest. Let's see. Now, if I was to take position in this warehouse over here... Right, I'm not really... Yeah, I'm definitely not seeing what I'd like to see there. This house over here, yeah, not good enough. We could try to make it towards one of these buildings over here. And that could be nice, as at least it would give us that line of sight of that way. So I think I will give that a go, actually. It's going to be dangerous, it is going to be potentially a deadly mission, but I think it is one that is potentially worthwhile to try and grab that forward observation point. So we'll have them move quickly down here. I'm hoping that they'll actually move down the road itself. Right, and then what I can do here then is I can switch over to the unload command. Now, let's see, if I double check this one, how does this warehouse stack up? Right, that one's actually not bad, and it is in a safer position. We do at least have some cover there as well, which ain't bad at all. As what we'll do then is we'll set them to unload about there. Okay. You're in a decent position there. These positions are dangerous, I'm not going to lie. So we do have the self-propelled mortars over here then. So in fact, I'm going to cancel your order. You're going to remain in position as you are. What I'm going to do then is reattach these units, so we'll reattach. There we go. All the commands are coming back to me. Now, I suppose the thing is we do need to decide where our reference points, our target reference points need to go. I think the town down here is going to need one. And for the mines. Right, there we go. It's one of these, is it even worthwhile? I think what we need to do is cover this area over here, really. Though saying that, they're more than likely going to be inside. But it's one of these things, there's only so much you can feasibly do. But then again, it doesn't look like they... Let's see, from this position here, they would have line of sight from this position here. So what we might want to do then is, if I go back into the target reference points, and if I take that one, and I think what I'm going to do then is, target reference points, I'm going to place one about here. I'm going to place another one about there, covering the actual town of this area here. This central area shouldn't be too bad. Now, the center ground isn't likely to be under that bunch of tank. I feel like this area might be the danger zone, really. We are expected to push through the center here. I think what we'll do then is we'll go for something covering about that area there, covering the actual hillside and some of the town, but this actual approach over here. And then I think what I'm going to go for then is potentially something covering this area, potentially. So what I'll say, and of course they could always approach from this area here as well. I don't know how they're going to approach, I don't know how they're going to attack us, but I'm going to assume that from that position there. Right. So we do have that, we don't have any fortifications. I think we have some actual additional artillery, do we? We do actually have a few fire missions, so what we're going to do then is get these fire missions set up. So, I can't do it as of yet. Actually, no, there we go. Do. Right, so I have 144 high explosive shells. We do have the DPIs again, so we do have 240 of those, which is fantastic. We do have the illumination and the smoke shells. And the illumination are going to come in very handy, actually. I don't think we're going to need much in the way of that, so what we'll go with, I think Lux is Latin for light, isn't it? I'd have to check my Latin on that one. But what we'll save it is one of those. I'm going to set that to an illumination round. As we'll have two guns actually reserved for illumination here to begin with. Now, Fire at My Command could be quite handy, as at least it does give us the ability to time it to a degree. But then again, it's one of these things of when it might be worthwhile just setting it and just forgetting about it, really. But we'll stick with Fire at My Command. So what I'll do then is we'll set it up. I'm going to have it set for about here, actually. I think this is where we really need to observe the enemy. Though, the thing is, I don't believe I have line of sight, but if we do have the actual illumination round, we might be able to spot them. But I'll go for something about midway there. Get an illumination round down there. So what we're going to do then is set another one up over here. I probably got this name and system wrong here. Oh, never mind. Can't rename them, that's fine. Oh no, I can rename them. Oh no. That's fine by me. What I'm going to do then is have this one... I could have it near this area here, but then again these guys will have to just sort themselves out. They do have the equipment, I believe, to manage it. It might be worthwhile holding off the time being. I'm going to drop another illumination round over there. The rest I'm going to have set up, so we do have 5 guns remaining then. It's a bit awkward in terms of numbers to work with there. But I think what we'll do then... it might be worthwhile having 2 guns reserved for high explosives just to... they're not really going to be able to do anything in the way of damage. It's more so to harass the enemy more than anything else. But I think I might just go for the single gun there. Yeah, I'm going to go for about that. What I'll do is I'll have it on a fairly wide 450 by 450 potentially. In fact, I'll throw in a second gun there. At least it gives us at least some firepower. So what I'm going to do is just have this as a harassing bombardment. So I'll just go for about 10 rounds there. Which, to be honest, doesn't leave me that much. I'll go for about 6 rounds there. Not a huge amount. But I'd like to keep that on standby, really. Now, this is obviously going to be the battery dealing with damage there. Right, so 2 guns in here. There we go, we'll put the remaining guns in here then. Oh, I had more guns than I thought then. Okay, never mind. I was misreading that. But that's okay. That makes sense since we do have 2 in here. That works out pretty good, actually. Now, that would be 12 DPICM rounds, but we are going to need a fair few here. I think it's one of those of where you need to have enough rounds to saturate the area. I think we'll go for about 40. I mean, that is a significant investment of DPICM then. But we'll try that. 4 guns there. Having a fairly wide area. It's one of those where we need to try and cause, I suppose, some damage. But that'll do. Just have a... Yep, that's fine by me. Of course. Well, that's kind of irritating. Oh, it's going to be one of those days. But that's fine, I can get this set back up pretty quick. I suppose, do you actually... Right, okay. Right, we'll set that up in the actual mission then we actually get going then. That's fine. We do have the actual mortars, so that's okay. As we'll go ahead and start here then, do I have any air support? We do have the gunships, as we do need to go ahead and designate them. So I think what we'll need to do then is figure out where the gunships are going to come in then. I feel like this is going to be a difficult area. Now, if we take a look at the isometric, take a look at the height, that might be a good position there, but it depends on the actual range of the weapons, I imagine. I definitely have to check them out. Night vision is 3,500 meters, it seems. And they do have the rockets as well, the Hydras. So let's see here then. So from this position, that, yeah, I think it's just an issue of the line of sight, to be honest, not actually a fault of the terrain placement as such. But I think that's a decent position there. So we'll have them positioned there. So the gunships can come in here as their entry. Right, there we go. Yeah, oh, that's fantastic. So we actually see the Hellfire range now. I like that. But that's enough to support our forces over here. They only have so much in the way of range, but at least that actually does enable us to support the forces here. I could have them move elsewhere, but I want to have them in a position where, ideally, they're not in line of sight of the actual enemy themselves. Right, so target reference point is going to be down about there. Now, the second position, we take a look. If I take a look at the height map. Okay. That works for me. So, entry. In fact, what I'll do is move out a little bit further. About there. Right, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is have these guys... I think we'll have them deploy... about there, potentially. That's going to cover this area, which ain't bad. I'm going to have them really sighted towards potentially the central area. And we'll see about that. Of course, they will detect targets and engage. What I'd like to do, though, is just have them really geared towards this area. It could be that the enemy approaches from here, but we do have attacks to cover that. They're not as endangered as I'd imagine. Well, in danger. In danger? I think something of that nature. It's been a long day. Okay, I'm going to get these rounds set up first and foremost, though. So, just about 3 rounds of illumination will do fine. And then about there. New mission. So these are now adjusting. And we'll have them fire about there. So fire all. Let's double check that there. Yep, they are. Okay. There we go. So we're finally ready now to get going, guys. I only do have 2 hours tonight, unfortunately. Okay, so we do see our forces engaging over here then. Now, what I'm going to do here then is pause this. The thing is, it's like it's all well and good to engage immediately, but the only issue is we might end up revealing our position far too early there. Now, let's see. I don't think you do not actually have anybody loaded. The issue is I'm going to have to go in there and try and give them the standard operator procedures here. But I don't think they're going to come out in time. What I'm going to tell them to do is seek cover, but I'm going to tell them to go for the effective fire. Don't waste your time on shots you can't make, really. Now, let's see. Do we have a second battery? Right, these are scout sections. What do they see from this position over here, then? Nothing too much at the moment. So these guys are able to be moved up. I'm going to keep them as something of as a reserve, then, really. So it might be worthwhile to actually have them in a reserve position over here. We could have them move towards the observation point, which ain't too bad of an idea. If we take a look at the observation point, it is able to cover this actual central area. So we'll go for the, yeah, we'll go for that. I'll have them move towards the observation point, and then they can take up positions there. Right, you're beginning to move that now, ASAP. So what I'm going to do then is, let's see, give these guys the same standard operator procedures. So, effective, there we go. It is real time, actually. Yes, indeed it is. It is obviously from a top-down view, though. Now, we do have an effective position over here, then. I mean, this is a lot of M1A run. A lot of M1A1s. Okay, yeah, we can hear the enemy is over here. I'm not entirely sure the enemy is at the moment in time, but I can imagine it is going to be a lot of MBTs. Okay, so we do see the ATGMs out here. Yeah, they are firing the BGM. Okay. So, I'm hoping that they will be able to actually score some hits here. I might have to turn the audio down just a tad bit. That looks like a miss there. Okay. So what I'm going to do here then is just slightly adjust the audio. So we'll turn massive volume down just a tad bit there. There we go. Do let me know if that is too quiet or if it's just about right. Okay, so we do see more ATGMs out. Right, we do see them, they might be running the smoke generators over here as well. Yeah, that's smoked. Right, we do take the target out though, so that's not a bad idea. Not a bad shot. The thing is they're engaging with their autocannon here at the moment, which the thing is not really great. What I'm going to do... Oh, we're going to go ahead and edit this standard operator procedure. So effective and effective, make sure it is that. What we're going to tell them to do is soft target range is just leave it. I want them to be really engaging tanks only. We don't have an idea on what these things are as of yet, so I don't really want to be engaging that. Right, so we do have our artillery support, so what I'm going to do then is 5 illumination rounds. Now, let's see, how does this compare to our target reference point? So we'll set up a new mission then. We do still have a few guns here, so what I'll take is about 3 guns then. We could give them the high explosive rounds to try and disorganize them, try and dishearten them. But it might be worthwhile to go for the DPICM. 15 rounds is not a lot of rounds. If we take a look at that, that's a very small area there. So I think it's a case of we go big or we go home there, really. So that's 30 rounds. 30 rounds with 5 guns. Sorry, 6 guns. Probably ain't too bad, actually. At least it might be able to put down a decent enough number of rounds. I'd love to see, actually, how many rounds would have been used, but... yeah, we'll go for about, yeah. Yeah, about 36 rounds, that's fine. Fire at my command. Let's see. This is going to take a minute and a half to get ready. So it might be worthwhile, but the thing is, it's like hard to predict where the enemy is going to be. So it's going to take 1.5 minutes no matter what. So it's going to be one of these of like trying to preemptively decide where the enemy is going to be moving there. I think we'll hold on to it for the time being. The reason being, we don't really understand where they're moving as of yet. I don't understand what threat we're facing. It would be a shame to use these things against soft targets, really. Let's see. I just feel like they're going to end up being destroyed here in a moment. There's a lot of threats over here, and it's... I don't know. We did take out the target over here. I mean, what could they potentially see from this position? I mean, they could potentially have line of sight, but I don't know if they have the actual technology that we do have. If we go over here to the information, if we take a look there... yeah, we do have the thermal imaging. So we have... let's see. Whereabouts does it tell me? Let's see. That's the 80 gem. I mean, the thing is, it's like, I'm not really in effective range here at the moment. I'm not entirely sure what their range is from which they can actually see, but well, obviously they can see to this range here. I mean, well, yeah. You take a look from their position here. They're looking about 2,600 meters there, so I think maybe they can see up to 3,500 meters, like the actual helicopters, potentially with the technology. But what I think we might want to do here then is potentially, they've been told to take cover as well. Use main armament. I'm going to say no. We'll try that out. I don't want them to be using the actual autocannon. So it is going to draw attention to them. It might make them easier to be actually observed as well. Right. Rounds are down, so we can see that this has been illuminated here, which is nice. They do last a fair while. Right, we do see an enemy vehicle over here. This is definitely something easily enough handled. Okay. It really does not take two of you to engage. So what we're going to do then is tell you to hold fire. Right, target is destroyed there. Okay, it looks like they are moving towards this position here. So what I'm going to do then is get ready to drop the DPICM. Now, this is a fire on my command mission, so that's not too bad. Now, what we're going to do here then is I'm going to increase the size of this to as large as I can potentially do. I think what we'll do then is about... it's hard to say. Really is a difficult one to plan this. I might aim for it about... it's going to take them 4 minutes to get to this position here. It might potentially do so. But what I'll do is I'll have it made ready for there. We can always cancel the mission. But I need it in position really beforehand. We'll see. We're engaging. We might find some soft targets as well. Yeah, more targets being engaged there. Yep, and now we're taking damage. That's exactly what I knew was going to be happening. Right, okay. Yeah, we've been illuminated here. So that is pretty bad. Right. pop smoke and get the hell out of Dodge. You've been damaged, but you need to get the hell out. So we are able to reverse here. A reverse order does go through sooner rather than later, but they need to get the hell out. Right, they pop smoke, but I don't know if that's going to be enough for them. They're going to be pretty quickly engaged. Ideally, they do survive. They are taking fire. Oh, so you do have a scout team. Right, unload. Okay. Right, they've unloaded, that's fine. They've unloaded now, they're getting back out, that's okay. Right, so scout team's gonna move up out there. Scout team is going to attempt to make a move to, I think, really, maybe into the woods, actually. But the actual CFVs have survived, shockingly. Right, been in a position over here as well. Yes, it looks like they're both the same sort of vehicle. What can we see from this position here? Right, Abrams are opening up down here. We do destroy a vehicle. Right, we are making it there. But what I'm going to do, we do take out BRDM-2, which is good news. Removing the enemy's line of sight is always a good thing. Now, what I'm going to do then is actually... Let's see, these guys are going to advance down here. I'm going to have them... Well, actually, I might as well get them loaded up, otherwise it'll take them forever to get there. So, what we're going to do here then is load up... load up. Right, do see vehicles down here. It looks like they've illuminated this area as well. We do see smoke over here too. Yeah, we do see enemy vehicles walking down here. What I'm going to do then is drop some more illumination rounds on this position here. We do see more vehicles in this area, so what I'm going to do is drop some illumination rounds in this central area. About there is probably a good idea. Right, we're looking at about 1.5 minutes there. Right, we've destroyed another vehicle, which is very good. Rise illumination down here. Not particularly great. What I might want to do here then is just back the vehicle up behind the building out of sight, really. Out of sight, out of mind. They're observing over here. Yeah, they've got the, yeah, it's not great. These guys are moving up. Okay. I'm going to have you fast move into one of these buildings. Fast move over there. What we're going to do is actually play peekaboo down that way. We do see smoke here, which is actually really concerning. So that could be advanced elements that are already in position. But what I'm going to do then is actually have these guys move out to that over there. There's no real cover as such, but that is pretty worrying, so we might have to watch out on this flank over here already. Yeah, there was 2 enemy vehicles destroyed over that way. Right, we are seeing infantry in the trees over there. There might be a scout team. Okay, these guys are still operational for the time being. What I'm going to do, though, is actually have them... potentially we move them into a position where they can actually help support the flank. It's hard to say. I'm going to get them into position there, at least where they are out of danger. Right, so you are reversing shortly. Right, there's the ATGM. I don't think that hit. No, it did not hit. He's popped smoke, though. Sort of an ATGM out. Right. Looks like an A... No, these are the M901A3s. Sweet. I've actually got some models of these guys. How much are they carrying? Not as many ATGMs as I would like. Okay, we do destroy the target there. Front hull. 24 degrees there, apparently. Yeah, target destroyed there as well. Right. So we do have it ready to fire here, but the thing is I don't have any information on what's in that area there. Right, okay, so you need to get into this building here. There's been some changes to the game, actually, since the last play, which is cool. Right, standard operating procedures, effective. It's one of these of, do I leave you there? But it's like, where do I actually move you? It, might be worth having you pull back. Right, so you're now in position here. The area is no longer sighted. But I'm going to have to be quite careful. So we'll have to move to that position there. Let's see. Rotate, have you face that way. What I'm going to do then is drop the illumination. So fire. I do have the DPICMs ready, but the thing is, it's like, is it worth it? Right. Move quickly there. Potentially there. Is our position to observe here? No, but that sure as hell is. Right, so fast move to that position there. Right, illumination rounds out, down. Illumination down here as well. Right, I don't know what you're seeing Jackal from there. Moving up to that position there. I need to really see if it's worth dropping something. Right, we do have target sighted. Not the best line of sight right now. Right, that's what I need. Move into that position there immediately, have them rotate, look that way. Okay, you do spot enemy troops over there. You're not in a bad position. You are able to obviously rotate the turret and fire anyway, so that's not bad. Right, we are seeing a lot of engagement over this way. Right, you're under heavy fire. It's not worth it remaining in position if you've been fired at. That means you've been discovered, so it is worthwhile getting the hell out of there, first and foremost. Right, you're pulling back to position, you're pulling back to that position there. What do you see from this position here? Only the immediate area. So I think we'll have you move up to the end of the road there. Right, you're going to position here. Okay, sounds like turbines? I think that's a turbine. Yeah. Knew it was going to die. Right, what we are going to do here then is we are going to have these guys, well... Do they have a night vision? We do have a thermal imaging, so what I'm going to do here then is pop smoke. Pop smoke with these two guys here. Ideally that will obscure them. Yeah, is you taking fire too. You are suppressed, but you're okay. Ammunition cooking off over here. Right, what I'm going to do then is change the illumination target to about there. Right, looks like enemies are in the target zone. What I am going to do though is actually reorientate this habit position there. You're going to be positioned about here actually. So that's a minute and a half. Okay, that's really a dangerous position to be in right now. Right, just get into position there. Right, T-64's over this way. We do see a T-80 MBT there. That is a dangerous as hell target. Right, you're engaging. You're engaging. Ideally, we do have a better shot with the flank. Flank there. You are turning. That's looking pretty good. Both should arrive there, ideally to hit the flank. Yes, that is a T-80, and the turret did pop off there. That's a fantastic kill there. And a second T-80 is destroyed over here to the north, actually. I wonder where that came from. Must have been from one of the M1s, perhaps. Okay, 40 seconds until we can engage. Right. Move to this position here. Right, this is looking pretty good so far. You can see that the enemy is illuminated as here. We have 20 seconds until we can actually drop the DPICM, which is looking pretty good. We are capturing the T-64s in crossfire here at the moment. As we'll be able to fire these both soon. Right, you need to pop before you die. Yep, you died. 10 seconds. Should have had these rounds ready to fire earlier, but it is what it is. Right, fire all, fire, fire. Right, fire. These rounds need to land pretty damn quickly. That sounds like rocket fire. That's not good. I don't know where that's going to be landing, but... Oh, is that our own? That's our own then, I reckon. Oh, that's fantastic then. So if that's rocket fire, that means it's going to be arriving much, much sooner to the battle. Right, we still see some targets in here, so that's going to slow them down. Oh, fantastic. Yep, here we go. Right, illumination rounds coming in. So if we take a look over here, then we should be able to see the star. Yeah, you can see the rounds arriving down here. Right, there we go. That's fantastic. Yep. Saturate the area. That's so cool. These actually landing relatively close to their targets. T-64s. Okay, ideal to cause some damage. Yeah, the T-64s look like they're pulling back, actually. I wish you could tell if any of them were damaged. Okay, if we could get 80 gem into the side, that'd be awesome. Right, that's the BRDM. Okay, it's looking good so far. We aren't engaging, yeah, these are T-80s as well, which are dangerous as hell targets. T-80 down. Looking good so far. Right, I do see the enemy there. I'm going to go ahead and drop the DPICM again. So, fire. I might look towards bringing the air support in, actually. This is looking... Whoa, okay, never mind. That's a dangerous as hell area. Yeah, that was close. Right, unload. Yeah, they were taken out. Right, we do see smoke down there. Okay. Hearing rockets. Yeah, okay. That's why. Right, pop smoke. I'm going to bring in the air support here, actually. Bring that in there. Right, there, pop smoke. Still taking fire. It's coming from this position over here as well, actually. So what I'm going to do is actually have these rounds drop down there. Fine for effect there. Drop an illumination round about there. So if some vehicles were knocked out in here, which ain't bad. Yeah, more rounds coming down. Right, take fire, not good. Right, you're taking fire. Right, we are being engaged. Yeah, we lost the target there. Lost the unit there. I don't know where that came from, actually. Might be from over this way. We are seeing it. Vehicles moving here. Right. Heli support's going to take 7 minutes to arrive. Jesus. I should have called that in earlier. We're not doing too bad. Right, they've dropped illumination rounds here. They are making a big play to this area. Right, at least we do have the ability to engage over here. I'm gonna have your, yeah. Right, rockets are coming out. That's not good. Enemy rotary ring, wow. Wow, okay, that's an MI, yeah. Where the hell's that landing? Yep, they're bad. Everybody's gonna open fire on them. Yeah, they're not what you want to be in... Right, where's that coming in? Yeah, of course. Right, reverse. Yeah, they're getting out of there. That's one down. Yeah, that's the worst sort of fire to take, because that is deadly effective. We're going to be very lucky if we don't lose more vehicles here. That is very lucky so far, but that's a hell of a bombardment. Yeah, heavy damage, nervous, light damage, confident. Far as heaviest over here so far. Only thing is, it's like, this is off-map artillery, so I can't do anything about it. That's another one down. Jesus. That was a hefty amount of fire there. That sucks. We do have one guy who's in, who's good, you know, you're heavily damaged. That was a lot of rounds over landed. Okay, we are moving up the center line here. These Abrams will be able to engage here shortly. Yeah, that was pretty rough. That was pretty rough. I feel bad for the guy who survived that. I feel bad for... I mean, I feel worse for the guys who died, but my god, the guy who survived that really... That was a lot of fire to be under there. I'm not entirely sure, actually. Right, 1.5 minutes, that's worthwhile. If the CFE can actually hold them in position for the time being, that's not bad. Right, I'm gonna look to pull back here. That's a lot of enemy fire there. Yeah, these are T-64s, T-80s. I don't think it's worth getting into an engagement like this. So I'm going to look towards doing his relocating here. Pop smoke with you. That's one down. Town freeze fallen. Yeah. It's about 4 minutes until the helicopters arrive here. We do have the ability to move the M1A1s to cover this southern area. It's only one objective lost, we still hold the majority of the objectives, but it is getting pretty rough here. 40 seconds until the DPICM comes in. Well, at least. These T-80s running amok are going to be difficult to deal with. The rules of World of War again. That's kind of cool, actually. That sounds pretty awesome. Oh, nice. Nice, solid hit there. That looks like... Yeah, there's a T-64 there. Solid hit. It looks like this is a difficult position here that we need to actually subject to some fire, because it looks like they're actually spotted us from that position there. Right, okay. These are scout teams, but we can engage them, deal with them. Right, Fire Mission 7 is ready. But is it worthwhile, because it's... I'm not seeing much more than this. I love when they have the plows on. I think the plows look awesome. I'm going to look towards actually switching this, because we do see T-64s. We know there's enemy vehicles here. Yeah. One volley would be enough, actually. Right. Though it looks like, yeah, it's in fact dawn now, so I don't think that's going to matter too much here to us at the moment. That's another destroyed target. Well done. We're getting nice shots there with the flank. Do you actually have enough in the way of ATGMs to continue this? Yeah, you're out of ATGMs, that sucks. But if you can stay there, that's fine. Keep the enemy observed. Right, you're taking fire as well. Currently, if they're suppressed, what we're going to do is actually pull them back into the back half of the building. Yeah, you're being illuminated. I'm going to look to relocate here. Alright, more ground you're spotted over here. The helicopters will be coming in shortly. We do see T-64 over there. Right, cancel your mission here for the time being. I'm going to have you move forward and look towards engage. Right, you hold position there. Yeah, I played a scenario a long time ago, actually. But it was different in how it was back then. Oh, yeah, they're looking to illuminate me. We are going to pull back. But it's one of my favourite scenarios, actually. But it went... it can go oh so wrong. Like, this is going wrong already. The fact that we've lost some Abrams over here isn't exactly great. The thing is, it's like you can play the same mission, but even then, after you played it, you still don't know how things will go. That's a shame. The AI is pretty damn able to react to you. Yeah, they're moving through the central area here. Right, I am seeing tracked vehicles over here, so I think it might be worthwhile to get this ready, but they're stationary for the moment. If they begin to move north, I'll actually go ahead and fire off that DPICM. Might be worthwhile putting it into the actual city over here, actually. Yeah, you can definitely feel that. It does feel better. It really does feel better. Some nice changes. Right, BMP-2s. Heavy rotate. Nice. See, I mean, these guys here are super effective if they're in the right positions. I'm going to have you rotate, try and present some frontal armor. It's going to make a major difference. Right, we are seeing some movement over here. I mean, that's a soft skin vehicle. Yeah, they're beginning to move, so I'm going to fire that in... I'll say about now, actually. Get ready, get it down there. Right, so fire. You're taking fire. Yeah, you're dead. Here we go, we do have a helis inbound. There we go. I always love watching the aircraft come on. You try and tease me on that one, Newhauser, but man, it's not really the situation that you think it is. Okay, yeah, I'm glad that's coming in now. Oh, it takes one out immediately. Fantastic job. Yeah, these are BMPs as well, so this should do a heck of a lot of damage to them. Ah, fantastic. And if they're carrying infantry, all the better. Ooh, so close. Oh no, it's getting brighter. Right, he's moving forward. Okay. The thing is, the advantage that we did have at night is going to be reduced. Right, rotate the vehicle. I don't know why they're reversing like that. Are you only able to reverse? Yeah, let's see if these taking fire. I'm going to look towards actually getting you into position. About there. Yeah, it's going to be pretty quickly overwhelmed. Yeah, you're down. That's a shame. Right. I love how you can actually see that moving. Yes, the flares actually do move. Oh, that's fantastic. There we go, look at that. Oh, it's another one down. Oh, if only we have more. Do we have more coming in? I hope so. Right, fire. Not the illumination. Should have actually clicked cancel on that one. Never mind. But this is not too bad. It's not like the illumination rounds are really particularly useful at this moment in time, but hey, I'll use what I can get. Yeah, there's a good few vehicles moving through the central area. Well, that is one screwed enemy vehicle. Right, what I'm going to do then is actually move you up to this position here, once again. We're going to have you actually look and sight the enemy approaching. I mean, this is the hardest part to deal with. There's always going to be one flank that is difficult to deal with. BRDM-2 Conkers destroyed there. We do see Conkers moving up. These are good types to take out. Looks like there's more, yeah, ZSU-23s. BMP-2. We do have the Abrams able to engage here, so that's good news. We do see a mechanized infantry squad moving up over here. There we go, that's nice. Conkers there. Right, yeah. So this is where we're going to need the DPICM in the near future, actually. But the thing is, it's not too far... Well, it's not too close to the reference point, which sucks. Nice, I was just taken out. Looking good so far, looking good so far. Yeah, look at that. So, they're engaged in there. They do have the assault rifles, which ain't exactly much, but they might be able to cause some damage. Right, artillery. How are we doing? The choppers are finding it a little bit hard to navigate there at the moment. That's fine. Yeah, we can handle this without too much in the way of issues. I'm going to look towards moving the DPI sail to the north. Yeah, they're beginning an assault. Ah, yeah, that gets bad. I think it might be worthwhile having it about there. Prepare for the worst. Oh, we now have 2 travel modes. Alright, that's cool. So are they like in low flight? Ah, that makes sense then. Right. So that's new. That's awesome. Path mode covered. Right. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool, actually. Right, you're taking fire. Have you reverse? Right, that makes sense now. That's cool. You can definitely see by the way they're moving as well. But they'll be right. Oh, you're dead. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, T-64s. Source another M. Oh, okay, that sucks. Okay. I'm kind of glad the helicopters are just arriving here at the moment. Ideally, they'll be in a position to flank the enemies move in here. Right, looking at 4 minutes yet. Okay. Scout teams, CFVs over there. I do have additional CFVs over this way too. What I'm going to do then is actually have them head down about there. Yeah, T-64s. The thing is, like, it's not it's going to fall to lose the T-64s, it's the T-80s that really that actually do matter. So, yeah, did I say the T-80s? I feel like I said the T-64 twice, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, that's really awesome. I really like that. Ah, I'm loving that. So they're moving down the road, so that's really very nice there. I mean, ideally we'll be able to take advantage of that. We do still have a scout team. They're subjected the mechanized infantry squad to some fire. I don't imagine it's going to last too much longer. Yeah, they've taken a lot of losses moving up the central axis over here. ZSU's in the front lines and having a good side, but they still have some T-64 BVs, actually. It sounds like artillery. That might be on position here. God, I don't know when this is going to be coming. Yeah, there we go. ATGM out. Look at them engaging. Is it their rockets? I don't know. I know what I want to believe. Isn't the T-80... Oh, right, well, wrong position. Isn't the T-80 like the cheaper version of the T-64? I really do need to find some books, actually, in regards to Soviet equipment and really understanding the differences and really why they were made as such. What the innovations were. That's pretty close to the actual Apaches there. Yeah, they're now eliminated. Not a good place to be. Yeah, T-72 is cheaper and simpler. It's not been too bad over here so far, actually. Yeah, doesn't the T-80 have the turbine? Yeah, so I lost the scout team there, unfortunately. I do have these guns doing nothing right now, so what I'm going to do is actually cancel that one there. And what I've got then is 2 guns available. So new mission. I do have some additional DPICM. Right, I've lost another Abrams. Less than stellar. Right. What I'm going to do is actually have the gunships move over here. Right, they're going to begin to move out. Have you reverse? Can't pop smoke at the moment. They do have great armor, but the thing is like, eventually a shell will find its way in there. Fire Mission 7 is ready. Because I don't know if they're in position here as of yet. Interesting. So, am I able to change their movement mode? Not too concerned about that. I think they might be able to handle themselves, actually. T-72 doesn't have proper fire control system, while T-64B and T-80 does, so they tend to aim quicker and are more accurate. Yeah, you can definitely feel that. That accuracy really does make the difference there. The thing is, you look at, you look at this. It looks like we've been doing very well, but the thing is, it's like the Soviets can't afford to lose significantly more than we can. Our losses are felt a hell of a lot more keenly. That's a perfect position. Actually, I'll hold them there. I'll have them unload, and I'll have the other CFV. Actually, the other CFV can move up, but I do have additional CFVs over here as well, actually. Yeah, not much in the way of Abrams over here to the north. Right. I'm looking towards more ambushing over here at the moment. Ah, right, I see. I'm enjoying it so far, though. That's pretty amazing. Really liking that. Very nice. You know, I've completely forgotten about my self-propelled mortars. I completely forgot about those bad boys. That would have been handy. I can't believe I forgot about them. Oh, wow. That's amusing. I think we put some fire down in that position there instead, actually. They are looking for me, it seems. Yeah, looks like we can engage from here. Yeah, a few enemy vehicles there. T-64. Right, they're taking fire. Not good. Right, looks like one of them's not going to be able to make it through. Yeah, they're probably coming under some fire here. That's not good. Right, we are seeing a lot of enemy forces over here. We did lose another Abrams. Oh, good God. Right, okay, pop smoke. Moving a bit slow. Had I pop smoke a bit sooner, they might have been alive. Okay, there's significantly more than I actually did anticipate. That is actually pretty scary. Okay, we're going to look to pull back here. That's actually really scary. I think you're immobilized. Yep, you're immobilized. That is not what you want to be dealing with. That flank's turning there pretty quick. Right, what I'm going to do here then is actually drop smoke That's not a good thing there. So, it survived, and I can imagine it's pulling out of the battle. That's a lot of enemy T-64s here. We probably might end up losing this now here at this rate. Yeah, that's not good. We don't have the numbers right now. Did not anticipate that much. I mean, this is it. We've lost a lot of our... Jesus, that's another one down. It's just a sheer amount of firepower they can bring to bear here. So I think what it might be worth doing is just hold in position there. That's pretty rough. Kinda wish I'd kept them in position there, but we were not to know. We are losing a lot of the vehicles here. It's probably going to be a loss at this point. Really is down to the wire. Right, mortars are ready to fire. 5 for effect, 5 for... Just 5 for effect, yeah. This is bad. Sounds like more artillery coming down. Yeah. That's doomed. That is not good. That's really not good. Yeah, this is not gone well. The Apache might make it to his position here. I'm hoping it does make it there. Right, fire mission 7 is ready, but the thing is, it's not really in the right position, but I'm going to fire it anyway. Thing is, I don't really have the time. If there's something there, I'll try and grab it, but if not, hey, it is what it is. We do still have units that are motivated here. Sounds like we've got our own rocket fire coming in. But this is a really dangerous position. Oh, well, are you actually moving it? Oh, you're still on the fight. I'm surprised you've not been taken out, to be honest, but I think this, Ah, yeah, there we go. Now you can run a fire. Yeah. I just had to say it, didn't I? I just had to say it. Oh, look at that, it's alive. Oh, no, it's dead. A lot of enemy targets over here. That's a shame. At least you're in position. Are you in position? Well, you're nearly in position. Come on, boy. Right. For effect. Jeez. Yeah, take fire. Ideally, you can get to position. I need them on station. I think, had we kept the air sports in position, we probably would have been significantly better off, but, yeah, move them. But that's good to know about the modes. I was unaware to the different modes. I think you might be even driven off, actually. Nope, you're actually on station. Come on. No. There goes my hopes and dreams. Yeah, that's us defeated there, really. Yeah, that's definitely bad. Okay, 50 seconds until I can get some rounds down here. It's just a sheer amount of tanks that the enemy does have. It is a ridiculous amount of tanks. You take a look at how many units were destroyed. It's really... It's hurt them, but it's not brought them to their knees. They're still able to fight here. But we'll continue to put on resistance. We might be able to pull it out, but it's unlikely at this moment in time. 8 seconds until I can get that fire round down there. Vehicles moving up here, we might be alright. That sounded pretty good there, actually. Scout team taking fire. Heavy, heavy losses so far, though. Yeah, here comes the fire. Okay, at least we've been able to cause some damage. I think the problem has been this vehicle over here. It probably has a sighted in, so I'm going to put some fire down there. I should have been using my mortars from the start, but I completely forgot about them, to be honest. Out of DPICM, right, we're going to have to change over to the high explosive. Which ain't exactly great, to be frank. It's not exactly great. But at least I do have some rounds left, so that's something. But at least shaves a minute off. Which one of those is even worthwhile? Honestly, it's hard to say. I do have some Abrams over here, but the thing is, it's like, how long are they going to last? Why is it every time I say something, it dies? Don't die! Yeah, they're coming to fire from down there, it seems. Oh, god damn it. Why? It literally is just as I say something, it dies. It just dies. Right, let's try that vehicle that was good. Oh god. Right, these walls making a move over there. We still have some means to fight back, but it is becoming increasingly difficult here, as we do lose more and more units. So far, we're not doing too bad. We do have a slight edge, so it's coming down to a bare-knuckle fight here at the moment. But there's a lot of enemy vehicles down this way, and that is going to be a big deciding factor. And I do have you in position here, so I think what we do then is look towards getting you in a little bit of cover, and try and hide you if anything really. Try and just keep you in a position where you can at least fight. Right. I mean, this is it. It might have been a better idea to have the Apaches deployed early in the battle, just because them can at least make more use of them. But I do still have these vehicles over here, so at least that is something. So what I could potentially do then is look towards getting them into the fight. The thing is, I've got to be careful. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is have them move up there. So fire for effect. Okay, that's fine. Well, I mean, this is it. There's no where the enemy is going to be, but I might as well fire at revealed forces. It is quiet now. It is very close here. We might be able to win through the objectives, but it is very close here to the actual breaking of our formation. Right, I can see something cooking up over there. We were looking to survive that, but this one from the south is probably going to be it. So I think what I'm going to do here is actually get that preemptively ready. And this is a very large area, but it doesn't feel like it. But I think what I'll do is I'll start it planned now. As if I'm looking at guess correctly, that could save us. It's not going to do too much. I mean, high explosive is okay, but it's not exactly cracking. Alright, they're going to be fine there. Tell them to fire for effect when they can. There's a lot of destroyed vehicles. I think the thing is, once we lost the southern flank, that's when things become difficult, but it's just the old forces being, yeah, Town 2's fallen. So they are here. Yeah, indeed, time for the tactical newts. Newts? Indeed. Yeah, I was in, like, freaking lizards. I'm gonna fall back to that position there, probably get killed. Any of you guys have played that game, World in Conflict? That was awesome. I do like there's one mission where the US forces, well, where the US does actually decide to nuke part of its own soil, with obviously uses a tactical nuclear weapon to defeat the Soviet forces there. But that was a very interesting game, really awesome. I never actually got to play the follow-on. Like, the thing is, the narrative part of the game was actually really quite good. The cinematics were really quite good. The only thing that kind of let it down was the actual gameplay itself. It was actually, like, it was a weird mix, fuck it. It was good. It was good, but it was just a little bit strange. It's like if it had been stronger gameplay, it would have been really one of the all-time classics. Okay, it sounded like somebody died there. Yeah, the enemy's going to be moving up here shortly. I'm going to look to see if I can actually solve the situation by moving to the tree line there. If I try and guess where they're going to arrive. Move, sorry. Yeah, so day has arrived, so you can see visibility is now 4,000 meters, it seems. Right, enemy vehicle spotted here. Yeah, here comes the fun. We might be okay here. It depends really what we're engaging. I love that you can see the actual crewmen on the gun there. Love the little Abrams. That was loud. That was a little bit loud. Okay, we have destroyed them there. We might be able to seize this back. Looks like we're about right there. If they can get some fire down, that'd be great. Where's the best position here? About there. They have a lot of forces down here. I was wondering when they're actually going to come into play. We do... I mean, this is it. We do have a surviving Abrams, which is important, especially as it is a headquarters as well. Every goddamn time, isn't it? Looks like they are looking to flank us. Yeah, they're moving around here. So it looks like they're headed for Town 1. Ooh, okay. Right, good thing they're pulling back. T80, yep, that's dangerous. Try and use the mortars to support them here. Good kill, good kill. I mean, when you're playing peekaboo with MBTs, you know things get crazy. Gotta look to cover that flank there. Right, that's finally bloody ready. But it looks like they've shifted positioning. But actually, this is actually easier for me to deal with to a degree. God damn it. Oh, good job. Good job there. And that's... that's a few vehicles taken down there. Oh. Get back. Come on. Move, get your ass in gear. So far we have been very lucky. Right, move. Right, there we go. Jeez, our luck there has been amazing. Just... that's a lot of luck. Scout team's dead. That is very lucky. Yeah, they've got additional artillery come down there. I could attempt to retake the town, but it's a difficult prospect. In fact, to be honest, I'm going to have these guys move to the rear here. Right, there we go. Pop smoke. Right. Now things go wild. So I suppose that actually was good. Bugger. Okay, yeah. He might be dead, but he's moving. Oh, okay, that's close. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of enemy vehicles now. Good job, good job. It looks like it's going to be ended here. The final melee in town. Oh, good shots. Really excellent shots there. That was pretty lucky, though. Right, something's moving here. think you're waiting 5 minutes for it to arrive. Yep, definitely, definitely. And as Nicholas says, one of the proud developers of such a fine game, is the fact that this scenario really does illustrate the effectiveness of technology, really. Like, we did significantly better when we had the thermal imaging advantage at night. But the thing is, once day does dawn, yeah, things definitely shift around. And you can definitely see how forces can be just really, even by technically inferior equipment, just the sheer mass of it can definitely be effective. I think I would have been doing significantly better had I left these guys here, but I didn't realize there was a new mode for the actual helicopters, but that's awesome, I do like that. But it's been a good one so far. Right, graduate spotted. MBT taking fire. Not really on a position you want to be taking fire in. Right, reverse into trees. Okay, still something here. We did get a hit though, so that's quite good. Right, taken out, fantastic. Another vehicle over there. That's a hit. You've been so lucky to survive. And this is it. It is incredibly lucky how we've been able to pull this back. Hey, dude, mate, gamer. Good to have you, my dude. Nearly hit there. Right, there we go. We've engaged. Wow. That's actually a really nice position. Looks like we do have an elevated position, which I believe we do. So if we take a look at this event, so rotate the map. There we go. Yes, if we do take a look over here then, so we can see that we are actually engaging from the heights over here. It is low. Yeah, you can see that it is lower here, which is really quite nice there. That's saving our bacon here at the moment. I remember episode in Red Army book where Soviet divisions attacked British positions at night, having disadvantage in night vision, but didn't allow Brits to rest and kept them busy. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, and it works. If it gets the job done, it gets the job done. That's a lot of vehicles. This is definitely not over. I think we might be able to pull this back. It's one of those of where it's looking okay now, but it could definitely go against us here. It really does depend on who gets the actual line of sight. Yeah, having the MBTs in the woods over there is really helping us right now. Good shot, good kill. Right, 2 MBTs going to open fire here. And this is it. The thing about the Soviet tanks is the fact of, like, when they're in such large formations, and it doesn't matter really what you have. You could have, like, a leopard or something like that. But I'd love to have leopards right now. The thing is, just the sheer weight of firepower. It's one of these where you're looking at a law of statistical probability. Like, one of those shots is going to find its mark, or it is going to cause some damage. It's going to, even if it's not actually enough to take out the vehicle, it's going to be incremental enough, well, incremental damage, really. That, and you are hitting a crew as well. You're causing a crew's problem. Oh wow, there we go. And we achieve a tactical victory. The battle has reached its conclusion. I'll show the after-action report. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. Oh, wow. Loving the music. I think the last time I played this one, I think I did. Did I have a victory? I think I had a defeat the last time I played this. So this was nice, I should win. But that was close though. That is indeed a tactical victory. That is not a... It's not a clean victory. I can see that 4 of the enemy forces did rout over here, but only the troops. They lost 112 vehicles, but they deployed 135 to begin with. Of the 32 vehicles we had, we lost 21. So the thing is, it's like we deployed less, but we lost more. We lost. Well, this is it. We lost a lot. The Soviets lost a lot. But the thing is, they still have a good number of vehicles. They still have more vehicles available to use. So some of these, we did lose the aircraft over here, unfortunately. But I'm going to put that down to me not understand that the helicopters have been changed. And we did lose about 12 troops there. But if we take a look at the actual replay here, then, so you can definitely see this is how it looked at night, man. So at night we could get away with a lot more in the way of things. You can see that we were able to take forces out over here. We were able to take that out pretty quickly. I should have had my scouts really better deployed, but it's one of these things getting used to the game once again. But yeah, you can definitely see how things change once it did actually move into the into dawn, really. And things started to get a wee bit bad there. But yeah, you can see here as the light increases how things will change. Oh, you tried to teach me to know how to, but honestly, it's not going to work. Okay, yeah. Just the sheer numbers of them there. The thing is, as well, the Soviet forces is they're able to lose units. They can effectively throw units away, as they have so many. You can see that big wave there, and just look at how our Abrams disintegrated. And that's when I saw my dreams die. And then I saw my dreams die there too. But yeah, just the sheer amount of them, they're able to throw units until they can actually find the weaknesses in your line. There we go. And then we just saw the bare knuckle fight in the town down here towards the end. So it looks like we destroyed effectively the combatants over here to the north, but then it did become very much a difficult one down here. But had this been in the open terrain, we might not have been able to deal with that as effectively, but this is it. The terrain here did work against the Soviet forces. We were able to use the actual heights over here, the actual the terrain elevation here to actually fire down into the town. And I think that did give us the actual victory there towards the end. That was a hell of a fight. You can take a look, Vic. You take a look at that. They still had just so many T-64s there. T-80s, T-80s, T-80s. That's a lot of tanks. They had, what was it, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, they still had 8 MBTs, 9 MBTs. That's a lot of MBTs. So even on this flank here, as we were taking them out, they still had far, far more. And like, you look at that, we have the T-80s over here. So things we might have been able to spot them, but it looks like we're just unable to. But if I'd moved forward, we might have been able to see them. Mechanized infantry there. Yeah, so we have the heavy mortars over here. We do have the ACAMs. I think these are one of my favorite looking vehicles, actually. They're just cool. They just look cool. I like them. But that was pretty rough. Yep. So for mortars, T-80 over there, Strellas, yeah, that would have been what was actually hitting the forces. Now, it looks like you might have been immobilized. I reckon he was probably immobilized by the actual cannon fire to begin with. Scout teams over here. But I mean, this was good. We actually hit a few vehicles over here with the DPICM, but even then, still not enough. Scout forces there, scout teams there. We do see more heavy mortars moving up there. Heavy mortars are pretty damn good. Yeah, it looks like they lost their entire force to the north, really, besides the mortars. They still have some Strellas. But yeah, this was their last row of the dice there. And we really didn't have that much. We still had some tanks, but not that much. Well, there we go. That's pretty awesome there, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. As we'll go ahead and check out another battle. There we go. I mean, I do love the art of this game. The game is just awesome for that. I think we'll go for a reverse then, actually. I'll try to be quick. Oof, frontal's hot there. Cousin versus cousin. Right. I think what I'm going to do here then is we do have the guards advance. I think that's it. Bremen, the river there. Special delivery. Winter desolation, walk on water. Let's see. Who will stop the rain? Midnight surprise. Rear guard. Causeway. Under the cover of darkness, 6 Yugoslav Navy landing craft carried selected troops from the 11th Naval Infantry Brigade and 63rd Parachute Brigade across the Gulf of Trieste under the cover of 229 Fighter Bomber Squadron. Their mission was to land and raid a strategic Italian coastal radar installation just north of Grado. Such early warning capability gave the Italian Air Force upper hand over Trieste and Gorizia area and had to be neutralized at any cost. Okay. I will go with that one, actually. It could be quite interesting to play as Yugoslav forces, actually. We will be facing off against the Italians. That's going to be quite cool. Right, wow, okay. This is, oh, wow. That's cool. I like this. I love the attention to detail of the maps. So, yeah, let's take a look at what we have here, then. So, it looks like we are using predominantly infantry, which is going to be interesting. We do have some reconnaissance rifles over here. It is actually 4:15 at night, so this is a very anti-tank squads over there. I guess we do have an advanced forces over here. We do have sniper teams, and I can redeploy this. That's good to know. Okay, this is going to be pretty cool, actually. Scout teams there. The sniper teams sound pretty cool, though. Sniper rifle. Okay, ball ammunition. We have advantage. Okay. Scout teams over here. What I'll do then is reattach them. But what I'm going to do then is have them move forward. In fact, I'll have you move forward to this position over here. I suppose, actually, what I'll do is actually use them in conjunction. So, scout forward. They're going to move forward there. That's fine by me. Yeah, these reconnaissance rifles. I think what we have to do here is actually identify the enemy's positions first. So we do have heavy mortars of our own here. Actually, no, yeah. Ah, yeah, here we go. 120mm mortars, nice. 60mm mortars, medium mortars, 80mm mortars, 82mm mortars. We do have some ATGMs over here. This is a lot of stuff, actually. It's hard to say how we're going to need this, how we're going to use this. Naval Infantry Platoon over there, that's fantastic. I think what we do then is we look to move towards a radar position. But then again, radar position 2, radar position 1. I think we know that this is going to begin with a lot of blood. I think that is how it's feeling like at the moment. So what I'm going to do is actually have you in position already if you're able to be. That's a recall. That's an MG. Right, we do have the paratroopers over here as well. Ah, man. This is going to be bloody. I can feel it. Okay. So, what I'm going to do then is actually group the mortars together. Potentially not as close, but somewhat close. Oh, right, okay, so I didn't quite take a look at the actual description of the Italian forces. Probably should have looked at that one. We'll do an MNG section over here. That's not bad at all. Actually, I can make use of that. Para support squad, so we do have the... oh, some nice stuff in here. Right, Parachute Company headquarters. That's good. I'm going to have a headquarters deploy over here. Support squad. Okay, so we do have another parachute platoon here. Okay. Oh, the upper right corner. Ah, briefing indeed. Okay. Ah, here we go. Since the bulk of the Italian army is concentrated defending the Gorizia, I can't pronounce that, Gap and Alpine passes further north, the long coastline was defended by a mix of mobilization troops interwoven with anti-elite yet small formations like the San Marco Marines, but the greatest peril was the terrain, as the landed party had to cross the wide open field, likely bound and fortified, dominated by a causeway, going from the beach to the interior. Somewhere along that causeway was the radar station, and the Yugoslavs were not even sure its exact location. Right. That sounds fun. So I feel like smoke's going to be very useful in this. I think what it might be worthwhile doing is actually holding off for the time being. So I think what we're going to do here is actually hold back. What we're going to do is have them in the wedge formations and just hold off for the time being. Just hold back. We need to get the scouts moving forward, really. Try and figure out where the enemy is first and foremost. Anti-tank squads there, naval infantry. Okay. There's quite a lot of mortars here, isn't there? So I think we'll group them into batteries if I can. MNG section over there. ATGMs. Right. Cordless rifles. They sound pretty cool. So what I'll do then is grab these two guys. So they can be 1. They can be 2. Heavy mortars, MMG section there as well. Heavy mortars can be 3 then. So the thing is that I'm not so sure where the enemy is going to be, so it might be worthwhile going for some preemptive bombardment. But what I'll do then is actually, in fact, what we'll do then, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think it's worthwhile opening up. But can follow regular infantry squads. That's pretty awesome, actually. Yeah, we'll get them ready to drop some rounds here first and foremost, though. If anything, just to try and put down the enemy. I don't know. I suppose this is it, really. I don't know where they're going to be positioned, so I'm going to try and target likely positions. So at least the positions that are able to actually observe us. I'm going to keep the heavy ones in... well, then again, actually, you know what I can do here, then, is actually... Let's see. You have illumination rounds. So I'll drop some illumination rounds there. Illumination rounds here. No illumination rounds. I do have some illumination rounds, so I'm going to drop one over there. So what I'll do then is drop... Well, your high explosive. 1 round there. 1 round. 5 for effect. And 1 round there. Yeah, there we go. On the edge of the forest. I see. Right, so drop it about there. Cover that position there, so... Some rounds. And to be honest, we could have a position... It might be worthwhile actually just having it there. But what I'm going to do is actually drop some illumination just over here as well, actually, just to make sure. So we'll go with that, then. That sounds like a very good idea. Looks like some units potentially over here. So these are mines. Okay, definitely got to avoid those. So we do have our scout teams moving out here. I think what we're going to do is begin to move out some forces. Yeah, there we go, the mortars are opening fire. Okay. 1 round out. 1 round out. Round out. What we're going to do is tell you to hold fire. And hold fire. The reason is I want to put just a few shells down, just to begin with. So we'll see our illumination rounds land in here shortly. Right, there we go, illumination down. Okay, looks like I did fire a few too many rounds there. Right, put some high explosive down there. Something just popped smoke there. I do hope that's me firing an ATGM. That is me firing an ATGM. Ah! RCL carrier. That's really awesome. In fact... Fire for effect when ready. Right. Hold fire. Okay, what we're going to do then is look to move to that position. Drop around. Drop 1 round. Right, nothing sighted as of yet. Oh, over to that forest, right, okay. Right, get them moving out. Right, we're taking fire, that looks like artillery. Right, there we go, we do spot an enemy. Pillbox, okay. So what we're going to do is actually grab the 120s. Which I think at 5. Drop some rounds in there. I mean, I could probably target that there. Hey, dude there, Nomadic. Good to have you, my dude. Right, I'm going to have these guys reattach, actually. Not pop smoke, that's bad. Right. Advance up that way. We do have the parachute platoon that is moving up there. Can I have them move? Yes, they can move. I do need to try and get them in position there to fire. I'm not sure it was you. Yeah, they can't get rid of me. I'm part of the bloody furniture at this point here. Right, at least we know what our position is here. I'm going to be careful to preserve some illumination here. Right, my naval infantry did suffer 2 casualties, unfortunately. Yeah, a pillbox is definitely not something we want to be dealing with. Okay. Right, so we do have a high explosive ready to fire. Actually, you're not targeted, are you? I'm going to use the 120 guns. Well, mortars. There we go. Yeah, what I'd say there, Nomadic, is don't feel bad to like skip ahead. Like, there's a lot that has been learned at the early turns, but then again, there is there is values watching the early turns, and the fact that you can see like the learning process. The way I've done my side of things, and this is it. I don't know what THD does, obviously, because I don't get to see his side of things. But the way I've done my side of things is like I do show pretty much 99% of stuff on screen, so you can actually see the learning process. Right, we are coming under fire here, so the enemy has been waiting for us to move on to this position here. So we're going to look to drop some illumination rounds here, pretty sharpish. I'm going to be careful actually, because I might end up using way too many. Right. Okay, so they need to turn, orientate themselves to the threat. That's close. Is that from the actual fire for effect? Yeah, we are taking losses here. I'm going to pop smoke. Right, we are putting some rounds down here. I don't know where these shots are coming from. Ah, right, that makes sense. Okay. That's pretty nasty. That's pretty nasty. So they're hiding in the actual, in the grass. I got to stand by my countrymen. And here we go, we're going to define now of this way. Reminds me of that scene from Jurassic Park. You know, you see all the velociraptors in the long grass. Okay, at least we're down to find them. Not too badly. Reserve platoon, okay. Maybe that's why they weren't that effective, but they are still putting down some fire. My god, they're taking a lot of fire. Yeah, MG team, no one though. Drop around. That's pretty awesome, my dude. Okay, I don't know how much damage this could be doing, but I don't think it's potentially worthwhile carrying it on. So I'm going to cancel that. We'll have an illumination round here down shortly. Okay, they need to continue to move on. Right, there we go, illumination's going to help us. It's going to help the enemy as well, but, yeah. Taking casualties there, we are suppressed. We'll have fire support coming in shortly, actually. Sniper team. Right, there we go. Put down some rounds. The naval infantry are pretty good. See the illumination there, the actual flares. Pretty damn danger close there. Yeah, we are taking a lot of damage here, but we'll get past this. Right, there we go, one down. Yeah, I've used up way too much illumination rounds there. Yeah, that's something we've learned here. The enemy infantry squad routed there. See, time is ticking on by. There we go. They'll continue to move on to their objectives. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, we're coming under fire. Dawn has arrived. So I suppose what we should have been doing here then is advancing pretty quickly under the cover of night, but we are moving forward here. The only issue is we're going to be moving into pretty open terrain. I think what we're going to do then is actually move up these mortars. I think Parachute Company headquarters move up. Okay. Ooh, we have found a unit in here. Right, it's a wheeled vehicle. Okay. Now, we do sight it. We do have hand grenades here. Ah, that's a good question, actually. I didn't even check for this. Right, so no artillery, but we do have air support, so that's actually really quite nice. Close air support, and we do have napalm. But I imagine it'd be good to destroy the actual radar before bringing that in. That's good. You can see Day is arriving here. So should be able to secure the first position here, but you can see still some distance here to get to the second position. Right, pillbox is sighted. That's going to be an issue. It might be worthwhile to go ahead and bring in like the close air support potentially. Those are iron bombs. We do have the okay. Not worth engaging. Right, looks like we take the first position here, but it looks like everybody's still in here as well, actually. Oh, no, we take the position. Right, so we do see enemy forces up over that way. Okay, get into that. Right, enemy forces over here. Wow. RCL carrier. Yes. Yeah, Marines, these guys are tough. They're tough to deal with. So we'd have to look at actually bringing down artillery fire there. I could look at napalm. It might be one of those when we'd be looking at bringing in the aircraft in at once. Basically it all in at once to try and like, overwhelm the enemy's air defenses. The Marines are the ones that we have to look out for. But they are coming under significant fire. Doesn't look like they're able to reply. Oh no, they are replying. Never mind. We do see another RCL carrier over here as well. That Recorder's rifle could be pretty deadly. But unfortunately, we have come to the end of the allotted time I do have available. Only 2 hours tonight, unfortunately. I hope you guys did really enjoy this, and thank you very much to the fine developers. They've made a very, very good game, very remarkable game. And really looking forward to the actual French and Belgian DLCs that are going to be coming out. Looking forward to that. So a big thank you to everybody who's been here to watch. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and if you do enjoy my commentary, then do go ahead and check out my channel on YouTube at XTRG, and follow me on Twitch at XTRG as well. Have a beautiful evening, and an even better day. Good night now, guys. It's been a blast. Quite literally, as we've got our streams. Let's go some reading Dickagee comments here. Damn you, Dickagee. Dickagee. Yeah, we had our Abrams blown up, and that was not good. Until next time, thank you, and goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Have a beautiful evening.